Round and around we go. See, we had a good thing. Don't know if I'ma see you again. But is that a good thing? 'Cause boy, you can't be my man. I know what's on your brain. Probably hoping never would end. But is it a real thing? Oh yeah, just a one night man. No, it didn't work out for me, work out for me. No, it didn't work out for me, work out for me.
New Image Project. New Image is an acronym for New Information, Media, Arts, Graphics, and Entertainment. It is a project designed to redefine what is cool. Mission of Leaders of the New School and Smart the New Gangsta is to show more positive images of Black youthful leaders while displaying new community leadership with vision and passion, driven by an ideas to action motto. New leaders taking steps to form a stronger community.
Leaders of the New School is really going to be good for not just the community, but for just people in general, to show positive male leaders that are actually finding more innovative ways to gain levels of success that are non-conventional, and showing that, you know, you don't always need a college education in order to gain success, but experience, knowledge, and putting together the resources, networking, building friendships.
And we just spreading our wings, growing our reach, get more involved in local elections, get more involved in the politics of our community, developing plans of growth for our community.
Leaders of the New School and the New Image Project is we're actually focusing on changing the image of our community and redefining what's cool. We think that it's important for us as a community to control our narrative and tell our own story, and that's part of the work that we're doing right now.
Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, young niggas. 'Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. 'Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. 'Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. Have you ever witnessed, been at your dog, watching them bleed? Lil' homie, this ain't the life that you wanna live in these streets. I seen it right in my face like a picture stuck on repeat. A vivid image of me, constantly squeezing with ease. I was raised round up killers and drug dealers for sure. Wish that I could've finished that school, have been doing more. Doing something with my life instead of repeating them sentences. This street shit drug me down, but I'm climbing steady replenishing. I wish somebody would've sat down and gave me this speech. How you think I'm supposed to feel when ain't no love in these streets? It's too cold out here, love, bruh, here's a sweater, come by with me. Let me educate your mind, give you something further to see. See your mother struggle hard just to have you somewhere to sleep. But you out here on your grind trying to make all your ends meet. Kinda remind me of me, probably won't give you the cheat. This your glitch in the game, if you do it, let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, young niggas. 'Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. 'Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. 'Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. I understand now why it's hard for our youth to stay off in school. They focusing on this music, which most is a bad influence. I'm telling you how it is in the streets of our community. We struggling so hard, it's too tough to build a unity. Nobody seem to care about the youth in our development. Somebody need to step in with helping hands for the charity. I understand it clearly, they want us to fail and nobody helping. Looking at their riches, enjoying it while we trying to make it. Look at their faces, they look at us like we nasty tastes. Why can't we chase it? They ain't hiring convicted felons. This for my young ones. Stay in school, get your education. Staying out late with your homies can lead you to probation. Let's go and face it. Ain't no room when we stay to hate it. Let's motivate our kids more and make them really hate it. There's all a scheme, no matter how much we try to face it. I'm so fed up with this nation, cause it's so disgraceful. My young niggas, keep going to school, young niggas. Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas.
Yeah, the streets ain't nothing like they told you. I've been hustling all my life, and I still ain't got a rover. My dog got life, so I guess it's game over. This baby mama about to collapse, the weight of the world on her shoulder. She stopped accepting, collect calls, cause they cost too much. Start stripping at the club and getting shots in the butt. Little homie growing up, not giving two fucks. My dog called a bid, putting rims on his truck. Rio got killed when niggas ran through the cut. My little homie killed himself, I guess the streets was too much. This a part of the game when niggas don't say much. The only thing you know is how a nigga came up. Life about decisions, stop calling it luck. Turn up too much and you can't come up. I know a nigga had meals and he still was stuck.
Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, young niggas. Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. Cause these streets ain't what it is. Let me educate my young niggas, keep going to school, little niggas. Cause these streets ain't what it is.
What's up? This T.
Dolly B.
Key. And we're missing Bobo.
We ain't missing him. He about to pull up. I think he in the bathroom taking a shit or something. You know what I'm saying? But he's here.
So he'll be joining us soon. However, we didn't want to keep y'all waiting too much longer, so we want to go ahead and get this thing started right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, there you go. What we talking about tonight?
Yeah.
I can be late, man. You know, Bo just taking the shit. You know, I don't know what the man ate. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good, but y'all always talking about women being late and not on time.
But see,
Yeah, that is always a stigma. That's false.
See, look. This is what I'm gonna say about that. Women take long to get dressed. We know this for a fact for events and stuff like that. A man only needs 10 minutes. Sometimes I be getting rushed. You know how a woman will be like, you know, y'all can be laying in the bed and y'all be getting ready to go somewhere, and then y'all be like, yeah, babe, get up, let's get dressed. I'm waiting on you. No, I'm waiting on you. Man, do you know I can lay there an extra 30 minutes to 45 minutes before I have to get up? Because it only takes me 10 minutes to get dressed. If you ain't putting your shoes on, don't tell me to get up out the bed to get dressed and to be, you know, ready to go somewhere. Because you ain't ready to go.
We be ready for important stuff.
Surely do.
When it matters.
What, Tony?
That's bullshit.
Well, the point is that the men were late.
Listen, I look, like I said.
No rebuttals. Just say you sorry. The man
is in the bathroom. I don't know how much longer he gonna be in there. He been in there 20 minutes. You know, it must have been some bad tacos last night. Burritos. You know what I'm saying?
No.
The man must have had, it wasn't Taco Tuesday last night. It was Wacko Wednesdays. You know what I'm saying?
So we just gonna blame it on that.
Yeah, we just gonna blame it on
So
that.
it was the tacos.
It was the wackos.
Wackos.
Yeah,
okay.
Tacos,
so let's talk about this toe tagging, y'all, because this is crazy. I know y'all done seen it on the news, heard about it, about the kids at the park driving the cars, hitting the bumpers,
stealing the cars,
doing all this, and then the police can't arrest them unless they hit somebody because they don't want to chase them and all this other stuff. So this is crazy.
Listen, I remember when people stole cars and didn't want to get caught. Used to just try to ride in it low key, do what they gotta do. Now it's like they driving the cars to get caught. It's like it's a game to them. I think they really playing like the Xbox, PS4, whatever it is.
Well, you know,
playing. That's what they really think they in, because I don't understand.
Yeah, because you know when your mama tell you, you know what I'm saying, after you've been playing the game so long, Grand Theft Auto, you out here stealing cars on the game.
It's a game.
Yeah, you slapping the shit out of bitch. You shooting at a bitch on Grand Theft Auto. You doing all this on Grand Theft. All this. So then your mama tell you to get your ass off the game and go out here in the real world. And you gonna steal a car.
So you want to be the game.
Yeah, you the player on the game. Because this man right here, you actually start from nothing. You actually start from nothing on this game, and you can come up and be like a big dude on this shit. So these cats, these jits actually think they can come out here in the real world and can steal these cars and tell these people shit. You know what I'm saying? Their mamas, the base or whoever they get it from. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times these jits don't be taking their parents' calls. Their parents will have you know, just said, you know, get out, go ahead on, watch your business. I can't do nothing with you right now. And, you know, I ain't got nothing for you. There ain't no food in the house. And I ain't got no money. So
people gotta watch their kids, man.
You can't. So what they doing?
Watch
Listen,
your kids.
It's hard to watch these nuggetheads.
Watch your kids.
I just remember
we was kids before, so we should know. This is what I don't understand about parents, right?
So before you say that, what's the stupid stuff you did as a kid? Because I remember like nigga knocking, like running to somebody's house, knocking at the middle of the night, and then running. Now I done damn near broke my leg trying to get away.
See, we did nigga knocking, and we threw grapefruits at a bitch cars when they was driving, and rocks, and at people's houses and ran. We did all kind of stupid shit
But
like
we weren't trying to harm ourselves.
However, we weren't trying to kill
Definitely
ourselves.
wasn't trying to get caught. Definitely was trying to go home and make sure ain't nobody find out about nothing we done did that day, man. Nothing.
No, we were definitely trying to be undercover with all the actions that we was pulling. Even though we could get a phone call, you know what I'm saying? Our moms could get a phone call that night saying, hey, listen, Lil Tona was down here throwing rocks at my house. You need to beat his ass.
I done got in trouble for throwing rocks. Me and Keisha outside on 16th Street throwing rocks at cars. And I must have hit my goddaddy mama car.
Look here, man.
She thought, did I get not only one whipping? I got 2 whippings.
Listen, when you're a kid and you out here with all these, you know, privileges, or you got free time on your hands and you stealing cars, it's really not safe to be, you know, driving recklessly, you know, on all these drugs, because a lot of these kids be on Molly's, they be on eggs, they be on all kind of stuff. So parents, what you have to do is you have to check your kids, because you really don't know what they may be on.
You know what it is kids don't have a healthy fear of nothing anymore. Like, they don't fear their parents, they don't fear authority. So just think, if you're around here chasing somebody in a car and playing bumper cars with real cars, you might fly out the window. You don't even know what could happen. So if you'll do that for fun, you ain't scared of nothing.
No, you ain't really. No, these just, they really don't care about nothing.
So is that actually something in the video game, like the racing each other in the like?
Man, what's in the video game is real life, man. They carjacking on the video game.
What's
they
real
shoot,
life?
They shoot all the stuff you see on the news. Everything you see on the news, you see on Grand Theft Auto.
So I'm gonna put this question out there to even our audience and us. So do you think is like an absentee parent? Like, do you think these kids are looking for love? Like, is it something? It has to be something missing, in my opinion.
Well,
that's something. And I mean, you could be the best parent, and your kids can still go out there, but. Do you think that like the kids do too much like on TV, that when they do get out, it's like go?
A lot of the kids look at a lot of boys look at their dads like they square. When you look at your dad like he a square, cause he go to work every day, he busting his ass, he trying to take care of his family. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't out here just, you know, selling drugs and got all this money to give to you and spoiling you, or whatever the case may be. He not holding up to a standard that, you know, sometimes these kids try to hold their parents too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes these kids look at their parents as being squares. So they don't respect them in a way, because for one, they're not giving them. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy.
Because I'm grown and I still respect my mom. I still have a healthy fear of her. Like, I think of some things that I do, I be like, dang, I don't want my mama to know. You know what I mean? And I'm grown. Grown.
Hell of a lot of shit you don't never want your mama to know.
Right. You know, because I think, like, as parents, our children need to have a healthy fears, because that's what keeps us in check.
Well, see, the thing is, kids these days, it's not about how they trying to make their parents feel. It's about how they feel. You know what I'm saying? Because they know a lot of times when you dealing with social media these days, it's a lot more advanced for these children, because we're giving them these electronic devices real early in ages. We're giving these devices at they're 5 and 6 and 7 years old, and telling them, okay, yeah, this your own, because they asking for these devices because we're giving them ours. So in the process of them learning how to use these devices, they're also seeing other things that they don't have no business.
So back to my question, I want to ask everybody else, does it go back to parenting? Because if you're letting technology parent your child, then you might have a problem. Because, you know, we need, just think about it. I was a hand-on mom. Your mom was hand-on, your grandma, your mom, you know what I mean? And so we didn't allow technology to...
Well, we didn't have it.
Let's say this. People in Silicon Valley, if you look at the statistics, they don't allow their kids to play with technology at a young age, because they know the damage that happens to it. So it goes back to parenting. We need to start parenting our children.
As far as Facebook, like, in my mind, like, what age is Facebook supposed to be appropriate? Because I'm telling you right now, like, I don't know. my daughter gonna have to be like sneaking and geeking, cause
the thing is,
she gonna have to be grown before she get a face. Bro, it's nothing
Facebook
on Facebook. Unless
ain't
you got
really
a
for
business
kids.
and you marketing, why are
Facebook
you
is
a
not
child
for kids.
on Facebook?
Facebook not for kids.
Facebook,
Period.
Instagram.
Like, bro,
It
your
wasn't
child
made for
shouldn't
kids
even
at
have
all.
a
They don't have a
Facebook.
Facebook kid.
They already turned these little musically apps and put little DM, little things like, why you even have a DM
For
thing
kids.
going on a musically app? Just let the kids upload the music videos, let them dance. But now you added a feature where they could privately message each other, which is creating other problems. It's like, that's what they're marketing at the end of the day. So the more you keep that out of your kids' hands, the less trouble they really gonna be in when it even comes to social media. Social media.
The thing is, you'll be able to teach better when your child is not using this technology, right? So one of the solutions is, when you do stray away from technology, is you'll be able, as a parent, to do more teaching. You'll be able to influence your child a lot more because they don't have that others to influence them with social media and social efforts. You know what I'm saying? And looking at bullshit. So when you have an opportunity to control the situation, that's what you do. When a child is being a child and you're being a parent, a child knows that a parent is going to control their situation. So if we're not being most parents aren't parenting because they're not controlling what the child is doing. A lot of parents these days are asking their child what they want. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Do you want to do it? Do you want to go over here? So a lot of times we're giving our children too many options.
Way too many options.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of controlling their narrative for them, we're giving them what they're asking for.
I will have to agree with you on that, because if kids didn't need parents, they wouldn't have any. Somebody is supposed to guide them, right? Like, I mean, honestly, if you could just be put on this earth and never have two sets of parents to guide you the right way until you're an adult, if we didn't need that, God wouldn't have been fixed like that, right? And so, like, parents need to parent, and that's just my opinion on it. And then,
it's
like,
hard. Parenting hard. Ain't nobody said parenting was easy, but you can't just be out there ain't doing nothing.
But parents are afraid of some parents are afraid of their children, right? And they're afraid of their children being mad at them. And like I used to tell Cheyenne,
from don't care, man. Nobody don't care.
I used to tell Cheyenne all the time, because we're real close. And when she was younger, I used to tell her, like, I'm friendly to you, but I ain't your friend.
Right.
Like, we do a lot of fun stuff, but my friend is your aunties, my best friend, and your friend is your Chloe's, your Zoe's, and all of that. So don't get it twisted. And a lot of parents get those lines blurred at a young age. And then, like Tony was saying, give them everything and then don't put consequences, because kids' job is to test you, right? And parents' job is to snatch them back in and show them that you done crossed the boundaries.
Well, we have to realize too that as parents, we have been kids, right? So we gotta, one of the reasons why I understand kids these days a little bit more than a lot of parents is because I understand that kids, we have been kids before, right? So we have done things in the past, and we have got away with certain things and we have not gotten away with certain things, and our parents chastise us, right? So as a parent, what I do understand is the fact that kids are going to be kids. Kids have to mess up. Kids have to experience life. Kids are going to have to understand what a consequence is, what a reward is. They're going to have to understand what praise is, what chastising is, because if they don't understand this from a parent standpoint, when they do get into the real world, that's when they're going to start running into real problems. So as parents, we do have to actually understand the balance here. It has to be a balance. So if I'm buying my child this, they have to exceed these expectations. If I'm going out doing all this for my child, they have to exceed these expectations. You have to set some ground rules when a child is at a young age, so that as when they continue to grow as a child into manhood or womanhood, they begin to understand the actual lessons that you have taught them along the way. You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree with you on that. Like I think one of the biggest disservice that we do to our children is that we allow them to quit whenever things get hard. Like they go to cheerleading, it's too hot, they quit. The rule in my household was once you start, you had to finish. You never have to do it again, but you have to finish what you start. Because like I don't like to get up and go to work, but I still got to pay these bills, right? So once you teach your children patterns at a young age, then you want them not to do those same things when they're adults. But we did not give them the tools to be successful. A lot of people don't. So we got to be careful about how we're raising and teaching our children, because we want them to be responsible adults. But when we allow them to just quit at any given moment, you're going to see that when they get older, that times get hard or they just don't want it, they quit.
Yeah, like we're talking about toe tagging, so everything that we're talking about starts at home. And if we talk about community or whatever, and we're talking about how others look at our children when they're out in the public, what do people say when they see a child acting up in the public? They say, well, damn, what's up with their household?
You're a reflection of their parents.
Yeah, right. So they ask these questions. So we have to be actually mindful of this when we are raising our children and what we are allowing them to, be aware of at an early age.
But you think when we were all younger too, Tony and Dolly, is that like we shied away? Like an X-rated movie came on, it was close your eyes, you can't see it. I remember my first dirty tape I bought, like I it's a cassette, so some of y'all might not even know. Like I hid,
flipped the whole TV off the wall. My daughter come in and some crazy shit.
But I hid it every day because I was afraid that my mama was gonna find it. That I hid it so much that I didn't even get to listen to it. Right? Oh yeah, you know what I mean. So you just parenting, just be on your children. But while we're on parenting, let's talk about like who do you allow around your children?
Right. What's the influence? Who's the influence around your children? Right. So a lot of times we try to say that our relatives are good to be around our kids, or our co-workers may be all right to be around our kids, or friends of ours may be good to be around our kids because we spend time with them. However, do we know who these people really are, right? A lot of times we don't do a lot of research on the people that we're dealing with, and we allow these people around our kids, or we put them in these particular schools, and we're not really researching as we should to actually identify who's really watching our children, right? Or who really has responsibility of them. So one of the things we would like to touch on is the fact that a lot of times, when we're, putting our kids in school, or when we're putting our kids in these daycares, or when we're putting our kids in these after school latchkeys or programs or art clubs or something like that, we don't really know who's watching our kids. However, the company may have done background checks, right? So they may have passed these particular background checks, but we don't want to say people don't change, but we want to allow we don't want to allow things to go unnoticed, right? And we want to be aware of things in our community. So when we're talking about our children, we're talking about pedophiles, we're talking about people that try to get away with rape, people that try to get away with molestation, people that actually could be harmful to our children, people that could actually give them bad advice to do, things that they, could hide from their parents, hold secrets away, you know what I'm saying? So one of the things that will bother me is if one of my children came to me or didn't come to me with some information that maybe they had with someone else that maybe, it affected the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? I would hate to have my child grow up 20, 30 years and come back and have to tell me, I find out something through the grapevine that may have happened to my child that I could have prevented, or maybe, actually, fixed or helped him get through the process. So we want to touch on basically that, you know what I'm saying, and some of the things that are going on in our community with,
It starts with open communication with your children from like an early age, and explaining to them what's good touch, bad touch, and that, like, honestly, I don't care what happened. You need to come tell your parent. I'm your best friend. Like, regardless of how you think I'm gonna react to it, my job is to protect you. So if something doesn't feel comfortable, come tell me so I can fix it, right? Because a lot of times we don't know what people are capable of doing because we don't see that side of them, right? But if we have that communication with our children, then we can identify it a little bit quicker. And then if our kids are acting up, we need to ask questions too. It's about probing and getting stuff from our children, because a lot of times we just think, oh, they acting out, they're just bad. No, they're acting out for a reason, and that might be Uncle Tom may have been doing something that he ain't supposed to be doing. And you know what? Boda got out of the bathroom, y'all.
He finally made it out the bathroom.
But go ahead.
Man, listen, one thing I know, growing up, my pops ain't allowed nothing. I wasn't allowed to stay the night at nobody's house or nothing. And growing up, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, looked at my dad as, you know what I'm saying, that was disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? It was family members, you know what I'm saying, close friends and all of that used to, you know what I'm saying, try to get me to stay the night or whatever the case may be.
My house was
But it was like he wasn't having it. And instead of, you know what I'm saying, people just understanding like this is just a man that's protecting his daughter, people look at it as, oh, he disrespected her, he got a problem with us, he don't let her stay the night. But all in all, man, if you knew what really be going out here, like, Pops really low-key saved me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could have been plenty of times, you know what I'm saying? Because I done heard all type of stories where it's brothers at the house where you stay in the night with your home girl and her older brother touching on you while you there, man. All type of stuff be going down. So at the end of the day, saving and protecting your children is never on no you disrespectful, man. Fuck how anybody think about you trying to protect your child. It's not nothing. Can't nobody protect your child better than you can.
But listen, man, I'm glad I ain't got no daughters, because if I did, I'd profile a nigga if I ever heard about it.
For real, but even
you know what I'm saying?
I get
I'm
you
dead.
on that point, but because
I'm doing time or whatever. You heard?
Daughter, but when it comes to even your son, like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody don't play with my son. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Period. Don't try my child. Period.
But the crazy thing is about that, all that, it's probably 85% of women I done dealt with done been through that kind of shit.
Definitely.
Why? Cause they look good. Or what is it?
Niggas nasty.
Cause you know, think about.
Got nothing to do with look. Niggas is fucked up, bro.
And they think it's okay. They look at young girls and be Kiki. Oh, look at her, she fine. Look at her.
Learn behavior.
Well, when we was in high school, you gotta think a lot of dudes was coming out there in cars, older cats who had graduated,
all you niggas.
picking up seniors. Picking up the girls
had all your babies.
And one in high school no more. And then they was being allowed to take these damn girls home from school when their mamas didn't give a damn.
Their mama, you think their mamas knew?
They had word.
Yeah, I think their mamas.
Nah, their mamas didn't know. Not all of them.
No, I done seen where it depends on what a nigga got. If a nigga living like that, then that mom ain't gonna trip.
It definitely depends on mom.
You know what I'm saying? If he just old, you old for nothing, you ain't got nothing going on, then yeah, your ass going to jail. I done seen somebody mama come through the neighborhood and the girl point out every nigga she done mess with, and she like, yeah, break bread or your ass going in.
Break
bread. She was young. She looked grown, but she was young.
So if she called the police, don't you think the mama should go to jail too at this point? Cause you okay with it? Like, how you look?
That's the thing, though.
Like, as a parent, like, your job is to protect your children, and if you're not protecting them, then who is?
The job is to get money.
Bad parenting.
Even the situation with the girl Morgan, like, I just seen somebody, they sharing her story now. Like, I guess it's coming. Morgan? Some girl who went missing probably like 6 or 7 years ago, man. It was a little young girl. She was probably like 16 or so. I think her name was Morgan, if I'm not mistaken. But it was like that same situation. Like, bro, you have to watch these kids. Like, in a matter of a second, you know what I'm saying? Your baby could be gone.
That's the worst.
And then right now they still trying to figure out, close the case on who did it, you know, wrap that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the worst.
I have a lot of daughters. I'm actually a single dad. And she laughing.
No, I was saying, because, you know, he just come in like, I'm a single dad.
I'm a single dad.
That's real shit.
I'm a single parent. I have custody of 2 of my kids, right? And they girls. They want to do everything. And it's like, all I think about is the stories I done heard. They mamas done been through it. So they mamas they got zero understanding. So it's like daddy be I'm going to my daddy's house. You know what I'm saying? Daddy gonna let you hang out a little bit. Your mama ain't let you do nothing because they are victims of that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be like, man, I know all the ones who was tied down when they was young, then they get grown and it's, you gotta find
the ceiling. You gotta find a healthy balance.
Yeah, you gotta have a healthy balance.
Well, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times we deal with these problems, we deal with them on our own, right? A lot of men, a lot of women, you know what I'm saying, deal with these issues on their own, and which is not really healthy for us. You know what I'm saying? What I believe is we should try to get some help, you know what I'm saying, if we have these problems. Even though it may be hard, or talking to somebody, or, you know, finding somebody we can confide in. Because a lot of times people are afraid, embarrassed, scared, don't know, you know what I'm saying, all types of things, you know what I'm saying, and they mind be racing and going through so many different feelings and emotions at the time when the action actually be taking place. They kind of be stuck, you know, between a rock and a hard place. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's somebody that's a relative or somebody that they know or somebody that they, you know what I'm saying, care about or whatever. So we have to actually be, aware of what the fuck is actually going on and who the hell is going into.
Listen, I say, when it comes to your kids, trust nobody.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Just always.
Well, these kids,
it is hard.
Because you got it. Because the thing is, you have to trust. You have to trust somebody. But what if I can give any advice to any parent that's listening? Have open communication with your children. Talk to them. The hard conversations you don't want to have, if you don't have it with them, somebody else will.
Confront the situation, because a lot of time the problem is, like, even when the problem get brought to the table, you know what I'm saying, people don't want to step to that person because of who it is or whoever the case is.
Yeah.
It's uncles, brothers, all type of situations.
Your son
you know
come to you and tell you flat out, man, listen, man, this what's going on.
You supposed to ride for your kid.
You better motherfucking step to it, bitch.
Man, the crazy thing is like, what is it, Stockholm Syndrome?
Stockholm Syndrome,
I see they're cool with the person.
But it's a generational curse a lot of times, because you can look at it like
that they're cool with them, bro. It's kind of like we talking about the Stockholm Syndrome. It's like when you with your captor, and your captor, you don't want your captor to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Because even though he robbing this goddamn bank, you done been in there hostage. You don't want this person to go to jail because you feel they pain.
But a lot of times, Tony, too, is that a lot of people been molested, and because your mom was molested, you get molested, they think that it's okay. And for us who've never been touched, we don't see that it's okay. So if your mom, your grandmom, and you have done that and nobody's helped them and identified the problem.
This is the problem right in the black community, I think. A lot of times when you dealing with somebody new, they're not finna come out and tell you a lot of personal information about their damn mama and the fucked up shit that they went through.
I don't think it's a black thing.
They went through. It's not.
I think it's a black thing.
I'm just saying.
No, it's not. It's a people thing.
It's a people thing, right? So I'm just saying, most people are not gonna come out and just tell you about the problems that they have went through. As far as those particular problems, because a lot of times people don't tell nobody about that shit. They will hold on to that shit forever.
So it goes.
Get the one in the world be like, I ain't told nobody. You the first person I told that shit.
Right, but it goes back to they don't see nothing wrong with it. at that point and until it's brought to their attention and we're not identifying the problem. So what we do need to do, again, it goes back, you need to have an open dialogue with your kids, because we're talking about parenting and who to have with them, and have those hard conversations, because if you're not shaping them, somebody else is.
Right, they've definitely
don't date me and then tell me who it is, and then I come to the cookout and you hugging on them and shit. Don't do that. Don't put me in that position. I don't been in that position so many times. Because I really be want to kill a nigga. That shit is not fair. And when you see me like, oh, don't like what I'm supposed to do.
I'm telling you.
And that's honestly.
And I'm doing this shit. The motherfucker coming to.
That's some real fuck shit.
My baby mama house where my kids at.
Nigga gonna beat up.
And ain't nobody, y'all. He coming around. Well, nigga, you can't come here no more. This ain't no hangout. I don't care who died. I don't care who cookout it is. Nigga, you come around here again. Yo,
it's a wrap, man.
It is what it is.
You're kicked off the island.
But a motherfucker there. They hanging and uncles.
And they cool with everybody in the family and shit still, because you as a person have not built up the courage or whatever to tell the rest of your family, your friends or whatever, so this person hasn't been outlawed from around this bitch.
Image, man. People have been,
you know what I'm saying?
They do know.
For a long time.
The family do know.
A lot of times they do.
That family do know. They know that's Uncle Such and Such. You know how he is.
It's a protection.
That's how you know how he is.
Like, who was just saying that at the table? It's about protecting your image. Like, you don't want nobody to think that your family messed up, or that's the uncle, or that's your daddy.
Not there, right?
So then you
look bad.
So you sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're not gonna go too much on that topic because we done already talked about it enough.
Right, but definitely the Pinellas. If you want to report a rape, or if you want to just talk to somebody in Pinellas County, it's 530-RAPE. That's 7273-520-RAPE.
Call me, or you can talk to me. I'm cool.
You can talk to any of us. You know what I'm saying? Just find somebody you can trust.
I just heard some.
That's what it's all about.
Some real crazy one of my friends hit me with, and it's like unbelievable. Like, man, kill these niggas, man. Kill all their ass, man. All of y'all need to fucking die. Every last one of y'all niggas, man. Fuck y'all niggas. I'm done.
Next. So now that we done talk, so on a lighter subject, we're gonna talk about natural versus fake. Right? So we're gonna let Bo talk about it, because Bo really.
Now I'm mad at the motherfucker. Right?
Natural versus fake.
Natural versus fake. Me, if it look good, do your thing. I have no issue with the natural, the fake, but a lot of the fake, I done been around the block, so the fake, it ain't.
Then they got a bad job.
Some of it's, but some of it, like, you feel with, and then soft here is hard there. Oh, there it go, and you grab this right. Oh, my bad. Damn, I'm hitting the mic. And you grab right there, and you just hold that spot, and you good. But a lot of
that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Listen, the only thing I will say about the whole situation with getting any type of surgery done is it's a wave right now, and I will say it's a wave. I don't really know, you know what I'm saying, where the wave came from. I think it was Instagram. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are really getting jobs done, you know what I'm saying, especially the, you know what I'm saying, the mommy makeovers, you know what I'm saying, to me, them the ones that mean the most to me, because anybody that had kids, you already know, your body completely changes, you know what I'm saying, if you could alter or change that, why not? But at the end of the day, you have to make sure you're going to somebody that's going to do it right.
Hold on.
And they know what they got going on.
What the fuck is the mommy makeover?
That's what it's called.
You get a lift, you get a tummy tuck, you get
whatever,
a lipo.
Whatever it is, you feel like
do you get a vaginal sucking?
Some of them do.
That's what you want.
What they call it?
And that's what
vaginal
steam.
Rejuvenation.
Rejuvenation.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
The other shit.
Whatever you might feel like you want.
They squeeze. They do.
They need to put elasticity back in there or something.
Some girls feel like they want to.
It's called.
Feel like they got a little snatch.
The Kegels.
I don't know about that shit.
Kegels.
It's the Kegel exercise.
Well, we say Kegel. Black people.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
But that's not surgery. That's just
surgery. That's just some damn balls in there.
You put it there and then
and they just squeezing.
It's
like one of them.
How the hell you know?
Way to get your wrist back.
And kiss kind of keep
You know a lot.
How you
That's what
know?
I'm saying.
Y'all know, come on, like don't act like I didn't sell sex toys
Listen,
and
man,
you know.
I done had a bunch of. I done been a bunch of women with fake shit in my life.
I surely do.
Seen, you know what I'm saying? The natural is good. The thing is being able to balance, man. That's what life is about. Being able to balance this shit out. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind you rocking the weave every now and then, but rock that real shit too. You know what I'm saying? Grow your real shit out so you can rock that too. You know what I'm saying? Be beautifully you.
Everybody.
That's all I'm saying. Be beautifully you.
So basically, you're saying
You know
you're
what
a
I'm
guy
saying?
that prefers a woman who can do both.
I prefer a woman that can fucking do both. I don't see. The thing is,
Some
it
guys
don't really
don't
matter
care.
to me. It
Some
don't
guys
really
don't
matter
care.
to me.
Or am I wrong? Am I wrong?
You know what killed
Some guys
me?
don't
You
care.
know
I
what
don't
killed
know,
me?
You know what I'm saying?
The ones with the long ass hair.
What's wrong with that?
And they still get weave.
Oh, you talking about the ones that have?
Let me clear this up right now. I'm gonna clear this up
because I'm gonna say that I just cut off all my hair.
I'm confused.
And I'm gonna clear it up. What y'all don't understand about the weave is that it's not always about getting it because you want it to be longer, because that's instantly y'all whole reaction on weave is, oh, you just want it to look like you got a whole hair. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it's just about the protecting of the hair. Sometimes it's just about
protecting. Well, how you let it breathe then? I'm gonna take this out and let my hair breathe.
It's braided down.
You take it out and you let it breathe.
What do you mean is to protect it?
That's what you're doing when you protect your hair.
So you think about this.
Get it braided down.
And
some girls also rock wigs.
Let me tell y'all the
listen
truth.
though, some girls also rock wigs because they don't want to dye their real hair. I might want red hair next week. What I gotta do? You think I'm gonna just go dye my shit every time I want to change the color? Cause I'm somebody who like to rock different colors. Okay. So I done actually naturally changed. I done changed my real hair color, but my hair gonna fall out if I keep changing different colors every different week, bro. So I gotta go get a wig and go put a wig on that's blue, purple, teal, green,
color is new,
or whatever color I want to get.
But it's the look that you are trying to achieve. So
know
like, just because I have a whole lot of hair or like a short hair, tomorrow I
just told you why. Because we want a different color. When I want teal hair next week, I might have to go get a wig. That's teal.
Let me tell y'all the truth about this hair shit.
What's the truth?
If that shit was 99 cents, nobody would get that shit, bro.
Cause if it was 99 cents, it probably would look like shit. Bro.
It don't. You can get it for cheap.
It's a rooster hair.
It's gonna look like shit.
Listen, man. It has nothing. It has nothing to do with the look. It's a class. It's you. I got a lace.
No.
Oh, I got a lace
for 500.
I got a lace from your girl
for 500.
For this.
No.
For 500.
If it was free,
cause look,
nobody would get that
7, 8 to get it done.
When y'all was going to Dior, I paid for a lot of Dior. Dior owed me. When Dior was the one doing the braids, wasn't nobody fucking with Dior. Like, I'm going to Dior, nigga. Yeah, that meant something. Right? That was a status. Like, oh, Dior did that shit. And these motherfuckers right here doing it in the kitchen for $50. But you want to go to Dior to say, I went to Dior. This is what it's about.
So basically,
ain't nobody wearing no laces for, man, it's for clout.
It's clout saying that you got money.
It's for clout.
Basically. Okay.
Right now,
just like we ain't wearing no Gucci and Louis for nothing.
Right now, let me tell you right now why laces are popping, because it's the best looking look right now. And the laces are the closest thing to the Hollywood type of style. Because what y'all don't realize is people like Beyonce, these Taylor Swifts, that is not their real hair. None of these girls that we actually idolized before Instagram came out, Monica and all of them, Lil' Kim, Nicki Minaj, the list goes on. All of them, they change their hair frequently through wigs, and they wigs be about $2,000 a pop.
Well, see, that's the thing. Most of these,
and that's why y'all want them, because you want to look like that. You want to fight. I seen the first girl I ever see. I can't say no name. She had a lace. I swear to God, it was like 10 years ago. And she like, this a wig. I was like, that ain't no damn wig.
It look too real.
She had to show me.
Actually peel this shit
Like,
off.
I'm like, oh my God, I would blow. This 2010. What is it? Yeah, like 9-10 years ago when I first time I seen that. And now it's like,
listen, Instagram is really the wave that got the whole lace front going.
And if
Because guess
nobody-
what? I know a lot of me and my homegirls been wearing lace front wigs. I can show you pictures.
Hey,
in
but bro,
2010.
I ain't talking about
lace front wigs.
Hold
I ain't talking
on.
about the
They're
Planet of the
they're
Apes.
popular now.
Hold on.
Listen to
Niggas is doing the man weaves now. Niggas is
You
actually
selling
popping
them.
in them bitches.
Y'all getting fake
Listen.
edges and
Selling them.
everything.
So niggas is getting enhancements. So
Y'all won't have
in
to.
the process of these.
Tory
However,
Lanez.
it don't cost the
LeBron
same
James just got
price.
their hairline filled in.
Yeah, niggas is getting enhancements, which is, you know what I'm saying, to
bitches.
make themselves look
Niggas
more
is
presentable.
bitches.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
a bitch.
So
You
listen.
get your shit, you was a bitch.
If you get a man weave, nigga, you gotta glue it on.
You have
gotta,
low self-esteem.
You gotta drop this. You gotta drop this down.
Soon as my
and
shit was
then,
acting crazy,
nigga,
it's
listen,
over.
hold up.
Yep.
Nigga, you put the actual woman hair on your head and sculpt the shit.
So let me say this before they.
Nigga, I'm wrong
So-
with that.
What now?
I was just about to say,
How much you charge for that?
Tony.
$650.
So
Come
come
see
to,
me for $650.
He just did like 3 of them this week.
For the man
He
week.
just did 3 of them.
See, I don't gotta post every goddamn thing on goddamn
You
Facebook.
can't put nobody
You
out there like
niggas
that.
goddamn, y'all like to post every goddamn thing on Facebook. Everything y'all doing. That ain't goddamn with the secret.
and if you come here, he'll shut down the shop for you.
Yeah, I shut that bitch down
You
for
want
you.
nobody in your business?
But see, that's the thing. You don't gotta know all that. I got people
I can't
calling
do
and
the
shit.
back.
And then I'll tell you this, it starts.
Shop 2325 Central Avenue. Got
And I'm gonna do another plug for T because it started at $650, but if you want him to come to your house, it's a little bit more.
Yeah,
but
it's
nobody has to know.
I ain't gonna, yeah. It's a stack though. I'm just putting it out there.
So if you
For
go
the
on the
man-
look
it's
on,
for the man
It
weave
look-
and everything.
It's nice. though,
Laying
ain't
the
gonna lie.
man lace front
Listen,
down.
It look like, boy,
However, that's not what we doing around here. We rocking bald heads
Bald
and
heads,
beards,
man.
man. You see this shit? This is all natural. And
a
I got the
motherfucker
grades
told me
coming
I
out.
look good with mine. It was over with.
It was wild.
That's it. What?
You think I'm finna let this edge?
I
You
need
think
to have
I
to
care about the
right
edge anymore? Bitch, I'm finna just clean the whole head. Talking about the
Ain't no
edge.
facts though. If
You know
somebody
what
you
I'm saying?
love tell you you look good, you that shit. You don't. You see a motherfucker
Listen.
out there, you like, what the fuck? If they out there like that, somebody they love told them they look good.
so we
And they don't
all.
give a fuck about what nobody else got.
So we all agree that like we don't care if you natural, fake, rock whatever
Rock
fits you.
Rock what you feel.
No. I didn't damn say that.
Oh, so what you said?
I said if it look good, do your thing. don't put no words in my goddamn mouth.
Well,
These lashes, hold on, Charlotte, please, baby, hold on. Take my mama broom out your face now. That look like my mama shit. Y'all going, listen, your lashes, I like some of them. Listen, don't go Betty Boop, let her do her thing. Stop trying to steal the lady swag. Listen, chill. Y'all getting longer and longer, man. Chill out, man.
make it look real.
Yeah, make it look real. Like, what is the... Do it cost more for them to be longer? Because that's what it's about.
They way more.
It's about the... You see the 40-inch weave?
Yeah.
You only getting that because
They got
it costs
14-inch
more
lashes.
than the 10.
You got 14-inch lashes.
You getting the braids
Some girls
all
don't
the
like
way.
long hair.
Yeah.
You know you get the braids all the way, long braids. That's an
girls
extra
don't
what?
like long braids.
What's that's an extra what?
It depends on who you go to.
That's the extra 150.
150
You're
for the
rocking that
longs.
because you want people to feel.
So basically,
Or
if
it's
you,
all about
or if
that.
they don't just want long braids.
so it or what? So the point
Yeah,
is,
the long braids so they can do this.
Right.
swing your hair again, Tommy.
They like to swing that shit to the left and to the right. I'm talking about they be hitting y'all in the face with the shit. Shit
Listen,
be all
man,
itchy and shit in the
everything
bed.
black
You know how
people
close
do-
you be to a woman in the bed when she
Everything
got that
most
shit?
black people do is for status, man. It's not for. Come on, man. I done seen them like pretty hair girls. Pretty hair girls are getting wigs. The same shit your hair look like.
Bro, they don't like to do
the
that.
same shit your hair look like.
Bro, they don't like to do their hair in the morning. They don't like to get up every morning and do their shit.
This is not. I want to say this before we go. Did we dig back into this conversation? Because this will go back and forth forever. We always gonna wear wigs, regardless if we have hair or not. My auntie been wearing a wig since 1989, and she always had it. So what we're gonna do is move on to the next topic. Right? So the next topic is why.
Hey, don't forget your Magna Rig. Coming to Central Station, get your Magna Rig. Hey, ladies.
Well, my partner just called me about that. I told you about that.
Well, no, that's.
I don't know if you told me, boy. You might need to tell me what happened. Was it successful?
She in love. That's all I know right now.
I'm telling you, listen.
Go ahead.
This Magna Rig, boy, will have your wife changing your life. I'm telling you.
So I can't hear what we're gonna talk about because the show is almost over. But what we're gonna talk about for our last topic is why men can dish it but can't take it.
What?
What? You heard me?
Let me give y'all my perspective on the
Please
men
do.
can't take what they dish out. Well, why most people can't take what they dish out. When you come into something with someone, right? We're gonna do relationship like it. You are who you are. You're Kiana. You're Dolly. You're Tony. I'm Bo Bizzle, right? I'ma already be who I am. So if I'm come in this bitch cheating on your ass and you stay, that's what it is. So if later on you turn around and do what I do, this ain't your character though, right? You going out of character to try to hurt me. You know, real shit.
Go ahead.
So that's the difference. See, I came into this shit, ain't shit. You feel what I'm saying? So you change yourself.
You can't just go for a quarter and turn ain't shit.
You try to hurt me.
I been ain't shit all 4 quarters.
What you doing exactly?
Basically,
so now you
done
so what I'm doing me. I'm doing what I do, but you're doing what you doing to hurt me. That's why we can't. That's like fucked up. Like what the fuck? I'm doing what I do. I'm not saying fuck you and I'm finna. No.
So that makes it right because you're doing you.
Say it makes it right.
Want me explain this and break this down to you? Let me tell you. And this is why we was watching some one day. It was talking about like women. Y'all heart is weak as fuck. And we was laughing because at the end of the day, like that statement is really so true. And that's why those types of situations happen. Y'all be playing a girl for the whole game. And then for a quarter, sis come through.
She done flipped it on you.
She done flipped it. And guess what?
You can't take it. You can't take it.
Cause that ain't you.
You talking about you can't take it,
That's
but guess
you.
what? She done took so much and endured so much that she got to the point that it's just like, maybe if I show this nigga what he doing, maybe he'll recognize it. Cause nothing else is working. I'm being faithful. I'm holding you down. I ain't fucking with nobody else. You still trying me. Damn, maybe if I show you shit,
Hold on. So you mean to tell me maybe if you show me that you can be a hoe like me, that's gonna make me feel better about myself? Worse about myself? That ain't gonna make me feel no damn worse or better.
And it worked 9 times out of 10. And it worked 9 times out of 10.
It does, cause you know what?
Hold on. I got to be honest.
What y'all don't realize is the girl don't even be wanting to do that.
But you did it.
But you did it. It's like you stoop yourself down to that level. Why do you want to stoop yourself down to that level as a woman? This is what I'm saying. This is what most women don't understand. All right, so a man is going to be a man. You see what I'm saying? You see, y'all know, but most of the time, y'all know men are gonna be men.
What that mean? Hold on, bro. So what the fuck that mean?
What the fuck that means? What the fuck that means?
They always saying that shit.
What that means is sometimes a man has to go out and make sure that this is the woman that he gonna be with.
So we can't do that.
Yeah, go ahead and make sure.
But you gotta be doing it the whole while we kicking it.
Oh, so if I come in there.
A lot of times, listen, when women get into a relationship with a man, they're not going to tell us that they're willing, that they're out there seeing other men. Or that they willing, or that they're sleeping with other men.
It don't go like that. This why everybody's single. This why everybody's single. This why everybody's single. Listen. You either gonna go, just like you said, you're either gonna go into the situation where you're accepting everything, and then you try to change it fourth quarter and ain't nothing working. Game over. Some people don't even know when to just even throw in the ball. Like, you steady trying to change this man to make this man be who you want him to be. It's never going to happen, sister. I'm about to get like Justin War on this bitch. Sister, it's never going to happen.
It can happen.
Well, I'll tell you
it's never going to happen.
Okay, hold on. How can it happen?
Let her tell her bullshit.
That's all I said.
Why mine gotta be bullshit?
Oh, shit.
You be on the good girl shit. We don't want to hear that shit. We want to hear that real shit.
And so because I'm a good girl, that ain't real shit.
Tell your good girl.
But I was just
y'all like the good girls.
Right.
Like the good girls.
No, y'all
love the good girls.
No, you don't.
Oh my God.
No, we don't.
I'm not fucked up. Listen, and I'm a good girl.
Listen, the good girls
told me that you do stupid shit to make a nigga, to see if a nigga care.
No, I did not say that. So you want me to tell you this? Because he not going to put words in my mouth. No, you said women do that, and I said they do. I agreed. I didn't say I did. I said I
do that shit too.
No.
She said I was in the back. I wasn't paying attention.
No, so
we was in the back.
Hit your ass with a napkin.
Hit me with it. So I did hit you right back.
You said.
I said I agree.
Women, you said women do what? The
do
stupid shit to make a
see if a nigga can. And I said I agree. People,
so that mean you too?
No.
Man, listen, people test.
That not mean you do
each other.
No, that does not mean. But let's say this way. Hold on, but let me say what Dolly do. People do test each other in relationships.
Okay.
And that goes across the board.
This only happened when a bitch is young-minded. I'm telling you. This only happened when a bitch is young-minded.
I don't think about
it. When a person comes to a point in their life when they're tired of the game, some people don't be playing them games. A person can come. Listen, and this is being 1,000. A person, especially a man, because most of the time, man ain't got a pot to piss in or the window to throw it out of. So he will come in this bitch full with 100% of himself. It is majority of the time the woman, and not saying all the time, because a lot of times it be the man because he fucked up mentally. Because a lot of us have PTSD. Okay?
Real shit.
A lot of us got PTSD. We didn't have the proper role models and tutelage to show us the proper way to treat a female. So when we run into obstacles with female, you know what we do? We act like our goddamn mamas and aunties and shit. We get real emotional and shit. Tempers flare up. Like, oh shit, my temper need to flare up because her shit flared up. Nigga, calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down, nigga. Because a lot of times, you ain't taught this. You're not being taught how to do conflict resolution or to have a conversation with another human being to the point where y'all can come to an agreement, the way y'all can still walk away loving each other. So when you don't have this practice, or this shit is not taught to you, or you don't see this, or this something is not being programmed into your mind mentally as a child, you're not going to have this as an adult. So when we run into this problem as an adult, this is what we see in relationships. Because one time you will be talking to a female or a man, and 1 minute you'll feel like, okay, shit be going on the right page. The next minute, a bitch mind be somewhere else because they thinking about the problems and circumstances that they are living personally. Because they can't do shit that they want to do. Because they can't give you what they really want to give you. So you know what they do? They take it out in the world. They mad. They depressed. They suffering from a certain illness like PTSD or bipolar or, you know, certain symptoms that they're not getting help with. They're not talking to people about. What they're doing is they're venting on social media. They're talking to the wrong motherfuckers. They get likes and shares and shit like that and thinking that shit is effective. And thinking that shit is helping them when it's really not. You're only going through the same cycle over and over and over again because you're not breaking the will to go out and do something different. Once you begin to learn to step outside the box and outside of what you're born to do, you unlearn what you have been taught. Once you're able to do this and you're mentally able to be stronger as an individual, then you'll be able to help somebody else. You'll be able to love somebody else.
Definitely.
You'll be able to come through for somebody else.
You'll
be able to understand what loyalty is.
You got to figure out a way to break them cycles.
Yeah.
And you got to self-love.
Yeah, because if you don't, the first law of man is self-preservation. You have to learn how to survive as an individual first. Once you're able to do that, you'll be able to interact with certain people because now you know where you fit in. You know where your strengths are. If you're not doing a SWOT analysis on yourself before you do it on somebody else, you got to realize that you are already a problem.
So, with everything you just said, made beautiful points.
Dr.
Right? So if you do self-love and figure out all that, so once you dish it, you can then take it? Because that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, so the thing is, a lot of times when I dish it now, because I couldn't take it before. Because that's what I was talking about before on another podcast that I was on about living with women and them telling me to get the fuck out, kicking me out of their house because it ain't my shit. You know what I'm saying? Not understanding what it means to have a man actually in the household helping you raise these children.
That ain't yours.
That ain't mine. You still want to kick me out. You want to make scenes. You want to put toxic shit in the air for these kids now. See, the thing is, we're all messed up, and we don't really know it. It's about perspective and how we see what somebody is actually saying to us. And understanding that, hey, it ain't meant to hurt us. Sometimes things are meant to put us in line, guide us to being a better person. And a man and a woman sometimes can't handle it because men are raised by women if they're raised by single mothers. A lot of women on Father's Day will put their damn hand up and be looking for praise on Father's Day just like they're looking for it on Mother's Day because they're doing both jobs. So when I say this, I'm not saying this to bash women. What I'm saying is to make it aware that we are going through a struggle between the opposite sexes in our community right now. Right now, it's a struggle between the powers that be. Okay, baby, you're a woman. You're independent. I love it. But I still have to be a man. And if you're gonna allow me to come in and move with you and help you with these children, please allow me to do what I need to do as a man. Don't lower my identity or role in this particular position.
I shouldn't have to beat your ass for you to respect me.
Or put my hands on you.
Oh wow,
I shouldn't have to threaten your life for you to respect me.
That's right.
Big facts. Because we don't support domestic violence here at all.
We do not.
Oh, well, shit. Man, listen, man. I gotta be 1,000.
Y'all hands to
I
yourself.
Gotta be 1,000. I done did it before, man. I done did it before. And this just being real. And I done choked the bitch out. I ain't swung on her, but I done choked the bitch out before, man.
But you're not choking nobody now.
Hell no, man.
See,
but
it's
listen,
wrong.
When you walk away,
when I
walk away, I get you a coward.
But the only reason
just
I can
walk
say
away.
that now
It's just a name.
But
I'm saying it's like nobody on day one.
The only reason I can say I'm not gonna do that now is because I'm in control of my thoughts. I'm not gonna let somebody affect my mood or my feelings towards them because of what come out of their mouth.
It ain't about what they do to you, is how you react.
It ain't about what they say to me. You see what I'm saying? And
fuck nigga, pussy nigga, I'm slapping you. I don't give a fuck who you is.
Nigga, you say
call
all
me
that
a
shit
fuck
to me.
nigga, pussy nigga, you gon' a nigga
gonna
get it or a bitch. I don't give a fuck who it is. You call me out my name, fuck nigga, pussy nigga.
Now weren't
you
we
gotta
just
straighten me.
talking about emotions?
You gotta watch your mouth when you talking to a real nigga. Ain't no man finna call me that, and ain't no bitch finna call me that.
Everybody be emotional.
So we gotta learn how to
be flying off the handle with that fuck boy shit and all that. I'ma slap a bitch face off.
Well, see, I'm able to walk away before we get to all that. I'm able to walk away before we get to all that. And the thing is, again, you got to be able to control your thoughts.
You better watch your mouth talking.
You got to be able to control your thoughts before they turn into feelings, and then they turn into reactions. We was talking about this on the last podcast.
So we gotta
control your thoughts. Because they gonna control your feelings, and then they gonna control your reaction.
And we don't want anybody going to jail. We don't want nobody slide. Listen, we don't want nobody fighting. We don't want nobody sliding. But I would tell you this: this has been a great show tonight. You know what I mean? We have. Tell them who you are.
You want smoke?
Yeah, just tell them who you are, right quick. This ball. I'm cute.
Daddy. I'm the single daddy.
I'm cute.
Dolly B.
I'm T, man.
And this is the juice,
baby.
Y'all better, man. Y'all act like y'all don't, man. You better. These bitches be.
You.
Man, bro.